Hello, it's Graham here. Welcome to the AFC DONScast from the Inverness Reds. We're recording this one on Sunday, the 23rd of April. Last week, Aberdeen celebrated our 120th birthday. This week, we notched up our 5,000th match in the club's history. This one against Rangers at Pittodrie late this afternoon. And whilst it was a ropey first half for the Dons, Liam Scales' epic opener put Aberdeen on the front foot early in the second half. The defenders crossed from wide on the left, swept over Alan McGregor and into the net to give Aberdeen an early second half breakthrough. Bojan Miovski soon headed in the second, awarded after a VAR offside check to give Barry Robson his 8th win out of 10 since becoming manager and a 5-point cushion in third place.
Well, what a day at Pittodrie. I think we quite like these 4:30 Sunday kick-offs. Rob MacLean and Fraser Fyvie here, and a magnificent 7 straight wins for the Dons, and they reopen that 5-point gap between third and fourth in the Premiership. These were the scenes at full-time at Pittodrie. Aberdeen 2-0 winners against Rangers under a lot of pressure first half, Barry Robson's team, but what a transformation, Fraser, in the second half.
No, great transformation. I'm not sure what he said at half time, but the momentum definitely shifted, especially with the Liam Scales goals. But they were on the front foot right from the start of that second half. They were tenacious, they were organised as a team, and they dominated the second half.
Yeah, it was a cross that ended up flying over Alan McGregor for the opening goal against Michael Beale's Rangers, and it was a brilliant header from Bojan Miovski on the end of a great cross ball from Leighton Clarkson, which made it 2 for the Dons. 2 goals in pretty quick time, and from there on, not too many scares really, not too many moments where you thought Rangers were going to bring the game back to life.
No, only the one down the left hand side when Matondo hits the post. He gets inside Pollock and goes and hits the post, but overall I'm pretty sure Barry Robson in the back 4 or back 5 if you like will be really happy with the contribution they've had defensively today. I think they were solid as a unit. I think they were organised. I thought they were commanding of their teammates, and really positive and delighted for them to get another clean sheet.
And I think what these pictures tell you, apart from anything else, is the real togetherness about the Aberdeen squad.
You can't buy that, Rob. That is something that creates good teams, is if you can create an environment and a camaraderie that everybody's going towards the same goal and everyone's striving and trying to get better and working towards a goal. This is what can happen.
You could just let these pictures run and run. It is sheer enjoyment on the pitch and off it, and the connection between players and fans is clear.
Yeah, absolutely, and as I said before, if you can create that within the players, that then it speaks on the field, and then the fans feel it, and it's really crucial that the connection's there with the fans. You see today, the turnout was fantastic. The fans were right behind the team. It gives you that extra 2% in the game, and you saw that on the pitch, especially in the second half.
I don't think anyone celebrates quite as well as Ailbert Ramadani at the end there. Bojan Miovski taking his goals total to 18, so he's up alongside Duke. Again, what a contribution from those two, chance taking, and at the other end a really tight defence. How much has that changed? And now Aberdeen have their fate in their own hands. 5 games to go. We'll find out shortly how those games are going to map out, but a real opportunity now to clinch third place, with being 5 points in front with 5 games to go.
Absolutely, it's in their hands going into the split. Obviously they've got a game against Hearts and against some real top good opposition, but it's in their hands. As we say, they'll be confident going into it. Barry's message will be game by game. Let's not get carried away. That will be his message, no doubt about it. But the players will be confident they can now seal that with 5 points of a cushion.
So stay tuned over the next day or two to find out where those games are going to be, who they're against, what order they're going to come in, of course. But Aberdeen now in a really strong position in terms of claiming third place, and of course if they can finish third, it's 8 guaranteed European games next season. I think that sounds better than League Cup group games to me to start the new campaign. Great day at Pittodrie. 2-0 Aberdeen against Rangers from Fraser and from me. Bye for now. Barry, how good does that feel?
It's a great feeling to win any game, and for me, as I say, any game, even though it's Rangers, whoever it is, it's a great feeling to win football matches, and I'm just pleased that the players stood up to it today, and I thought they were outstanding, every one of them.
What were you thinking first half? Obviously Rangers had a few chances.
I think we worked on a few things with systems, pressing systems against them. Through the week we picked 2 ways we thought we would press against them. They were a bit of a box in the middle of the pitch, they're a bit of a diamond. The rotations is hard to actually tell what they really are, but their full-backs stayed low, which made us struggle a wee bit to get our wing-backs on them. They stayed flat. It's things I would do. I knew what they were. Things I would have done if I was playing a 4. I would have always played flat full-backs against it, so the wing-backs can't press. But once we got that, once we were organised with that, once we started to swing a bit better and getting the timing right for Jonny to go and trigger that press on the full-back, then when we started to win it, we were starting to transition a wee bit better. The game started to come to us a wee bit more, and then I thought the last 20 minutes first half we started to really perform, and then the second half I thought we were outstanding.
Yeah, I mean the second half was just completely different from what we'd seen in the first. You dominated big swatches of that.
Yeah, but we're trying to be aggressive. We're trying to press high. I think everybody sees that, and it's really difficult against good players. Rangers can bounce that one touches off you really quickly, and it's hard to get close to them at times. But when we got the press right, we were good in as I said, transitions. But I think with some great chances the second half, we took the fans with us. We started to play that fast, direct, fast through the line, quickly way, speed, aggression. It was all there to see. And but I still thought, even when we go back to the first half, we were still a wee bit too quick on the speed, on the transition. I thought we were still, sometimes we could put another pass in. And that'll come, that just takes time. That takes time, but yeah, I think we look like a proper Aberdeen team, and I've not seen Pittodrie as loud as that for a long time.
And the team's clearly making a lot of progress.
Yeah, we're making progress. We're winning football matches was the most important thing, but now you go into the split, you can't get carried away. We've got to go and play against Rangers away at Ibrox, which is going to be difficult. We'll probably have Celtic home here, St Mirren away. But all the things that go against us as usual, aren't they? They're all. We'll probably have the away games, but that doesn't matter to us. We stay strong with that, and we just have to keep fighting, and we have to keep performing.
You must feel as a squad more and more equipped for these big challenges you're talking about.
Yeah, definitely. I think sometimes a disservice when we see that even like myself and my staff, that we come in and we're here and we're trying to motivate players and all that. There's so much more to it. There's so much more goes on that people don't know. The detail we go into, the process, the model we work to. We've been thinking about it a long time, and the players have adapted to it really well. And tactically, we've got it right at times. Sometimes it's not always easy to get right, but and the players have enjoyed it, and the players have they've performed brilliantly at it, and that's a pleasing thing for us.
Liam Scales is trying to convince me he meant that for the first goal. What's your thought?
Oh, I'm going to give him it all day. I thought he meant it 100%. Big Scales, yeah. I thought he was outstanding today. More importantly, we ask the centre backs at times to get in some really difficult positions, some really brave positions that they don't really want to go in when you're playing against a team with the speed that Rangers are. And he was so aggressive with that, and you could see that. And when you get that right, it looks great, and you can really go and be an exciting team. But when you get it wrong, you can lose goals at the other end. So it's trying to get the balance right. But I always believe on playing fast, exciting football, and that's what I want to do. And it's going well at the minute, but we also know that you can't take anything for granted in this game. And I'm a big believer in that. You sit down at the end of the season and see where we're at and see what we've achieved, and then we can maybe relax a wee bit.
The second goal was a moment of real quality, wasn't it? Yeah,
it was a great goal. I said to late in the half time, this is just one moment of quality. He brings that to the table. It was hard for him in there. Sometimes a 4v3 against them in there, and you could see them try to get the trigger, try to get the press on. And we were brave. But then after that, when you see the way they fight, the way they run, the way they want to play for the football club was pleasing. And they need to keep going. And my message was clear to them. I said, if you're playing 90 minutes a week or whatever, I says that you just bring that every time. You can't always play well, I understand that. But if you bring that level of commitment, desire, every time you play, and that's to every player in this football club, you've got a chance. And they've done that well, and they deserve their win.
You've touched on some big challenges to come, and that's clear. But your fate's as a team, your fate's in your own hands.
Yeah, we've got some difficult games coming, but we'll get a free week next week, and it's trying to work out what's best. It's fitness or freshness. That's the hard part. That's a bit that we have to think about. What do we do? Do we rest them up for a few days? And we also need to train. So we'll try and get that right next week, and then see what the split brings us.
Magnificent. Well done.
Cheers, Rob. Thank you.
Well done, Barry.
Coming up, some more of the week's Dons news. First up, though, a quick roundup of the rest of the matches in the SPFL at the weekend. Lawrence Shankland scored a hat-trick as Hearts thrashed bottom club Ross County 6-1 at Tynecastle in the Premiership on Saturday. Leaders Celtic were held to a 1-0 draw by Motherwell, while Dundee United defeated Livingston 2-0 at Tannadice. That ensured a top 6 place for St Mirren, despite their 2-0 loss to Kilmarnock and Paisley, and Hibs also made the cut after a 1-0 draw at St Johnstone. Dundee are a point clear in the Championship following a 1-0 draw at Inverness Cally Thistle. Morton beat Raith Rovers 1-0 at Capello to keep their playoff hopes alive, while bottom club Cove Rangers earned a crucial 1-0 victory away to Arbroath. Hamilton Accies and Partick Thistle drew 2-2 at New Douglas Park. Airdrieonians are assured of a playoff place after a 1-0 draw against League One champions Dunfermline Athletic at the Excelsior Stadium. Second place Falkirk saw off Alloa Athletic 4-1 at the Indo Drill Stadium. Montrose defeated Queen of the South 3-2 at Palmerston, while FC Edinburgh and Kelty Hearts drew 2-2 at Meadowbank Stadium. Peterhead stay 5 points adrift of Clyde at the bottom after the sides drew 1-0 at Balmoor. Stirling Albion clinched the League 2 title with a 3-1 home win over Annan Athletic. Second place Dumbarton beat East Fife 1-0 at Stranraer and defeated Elgin City 3-1 at Stair Park. Bonnyrigg Rose were 1-0 winners against Forfar Athletic at Station Park, and bottom club Albion Rovers beat Stenhousemuir 3-1 in Coatbridge.
Five pairs of ordinary Brits.
I have faith in you.
On an epic journey across Canada.
Love that.
Love that.
Okay, let's do this.
Let's go. Go, 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 go.
No phones.
My God, this map goes on forever. Wow. We're not going to make it.
No flights.
No.
No
We
luxuries.
have to get to the checkpoint as quickly as possible.
And no plan.
I want to do this.
Got no idea.
Are your dogs friendly?
Yes.
Are you going to kill us?
No.
Things are heating up.
Then we need to be taking this a lot more serious. This is not a jolly.
Something you may need, bear spray.
Bear spray? You just spray it on you like aftershave. Well, I'm not going out to find a bear.
We're looking to get to Whitehorse today.
It's no holiday.
Good luck.
It's race across the world.
And it continues every Wednesday at 9 p.m. on BBC One Scotland and iPlayer. OK, let's catch up with some news then. And Jonny Hayes has signed a 1-year contract extension. This means Jonny will remain at the club until the end of next season. Signed in the summer of 2012 from Inverness Cally Thistle, Jonny has played a key role for the Dons for 5 seasons, where he formed an impressive forward line with Adam Rooney and Niall McGinn, winning the League Cup in 2014 before being sold to Celtic. The 35-year-old former Republic of Ireland international winger rejoined the club for a second spell in the summer of 2020. He has made 322 appearances for Aberdeen, scoring 37 goals.
To his goalkeeper, he's made a real fankle of that, and Jonny Hayes has punished him. Come Aberdeen again, it's Jonny Hayes trying to run at Stephen Anderson onto the left foot. Oh, it's wonderful from Jonny Hayes.
Jonny Hayes gets himself in on goal early on. Big moment, big goal, huge goal from Jonny Hayes.
Obviously still feeling good, feeling fit. I think we're quite lucky that we've got a sports science team that are quite dedicated to keeping boys fit, strong, quick, and you can see the evidence of that on a daily basis. So I know that numbers haven't dipped. If I seen my numbers dipping off, then I probably would have a rethink about certain things, but I still feel as good as I have been for the last number of years, physically fine. So that's I've said for the last sort of maybe 3-4 years, take it year by year, and you get to sort of 32, 33, and I feel good, so happy to continue one more year.
You always need to have good professionals in your dressing room. You need to have leaders in there who are going to show the way. Now, he trains every day. His numbers are still the best in the team, at the club. His high intensity running, the speed. He looks after himself. He's a positive person about the building. And he still loves playing and he wants to play. And I think it's a no-brainer. And I think he's still capable of playing some of his best football. And I think we've seen that. So for me, it was a no-brainer. A person who really loves the club, wants to do well for the club, and is an important player in the team at the moment and hopefully next season.
Aberdeen's request to have Graham Shinney's red card appeal reheard by a new panel has been dismissed by the Scottish FA, and the midfielder will serve a 4-match ban, which started against the match against Rangers today. The Dons say they will now proactively work with Premiership clubs and the SFA to bring about sensible and positive governance changes for the benefit of Scottish football. The Aberdeen midfielder was sent off for a tackle on Jack Baldwin in the 1-0 win over Ross County the week before last. Shinney was ordered off after a VAR review. Aberdeen had appealed the ban, with Shinney to miss 3 matches, having previously been sent off this season, but it was rejected. Aberdeen women came out on top in the 7-goal thriller at Gussie Park in the shadow of Tannadice last Wednesday evening. A double from Bailey Hutchison and 2 stunning Millie Ackert strikes were enough for a second consecutive win as Danny McGinley, Rachel Todd and Jane McLaren replied for United. The final score, Dundee United 3, Aberdeen women 4. Aberdeen defender Millie Ackert has announced that she'll be leaving the Dons at the end of the current season. The 17-year-old will head to Florida in the summer for a 4-year scholarship at Jacksonville University's women's soccer programme. The Ellen Academy pupil, who made her debut for the AFC women's side last season, has made 24 appearances during the current campaign. Meanwhile, a flat performance from the young Dons saw them defeated against Hamilton Accies in a crucial game on Friday afternoon at Cormac Park. 2 early goals from Hamilton separated the sides. Aberdeen then dominated possession for spells, but failed to take a couple of good opportunities and also had a goal harshly ruled offside as they tried to get back into the match. The match ended 2-0 to the visitors, who now sit above the young Dons with 2 further games in hand. Aberdeen are now second in the table after 3 consecutive defeats, but will still remain hopeful that they can correct their mistakes and end their season on a high. They travel to play Rangers on Tuesday. Dylan Markanday spent time back at Blackburn Rovers during the international break amid his disappointing loan spell. Markanday hasn't played for us since his substitute appearance 24 hours after joining us on deadline day. Those 7 minutes remain the only match action the 21-year-old has had. Rovers hoped the move would give Markanday the regular game time at senior level he had wanted, having made only his 1 championship appearance of the season 2 weeks before being free to leave on loan. He was back to train with the Rovers squad during the break before returning to the Dons, where he has been an unused sub for our last 9 matches. Voting is now open for the 2022-23 AFC Player of the Year Awards, and for the first time the awards event will combine the award ceremonies for the men's and women's teams. Voting closes tonight at 9 p.m, and the winners will be announced at the Player of the Year dinner on Thursday the 4th of May at P&J Live. And finally, Aberdeen European Cup winner John McMaster is heading to Inverness as part of the new book tour next month. McMaster and Commander, The Business of Winning, tells the story of the former Dons midfielder's career and how spending a season on loan at Peterhead in the Highland League sent him on his way to a successful football career. He is due to give a talk at the Beaufort Hotel in Inverness on Friday, May the 26th. If you want to attend that or find out more details about the book tour, head along to 2stars.co.uk.
Say goodbye to the dish and hello to Sky Stream, the new way to watch unmissable Sky shows. And Netflix.
Take it home!
All in one subscription for £26 a month. Oh, and with next day delivery.
So this next bit is where I usually tell you what fixtures we have next. Well, at this point of the day, I can't tell you that, other than the post-split fixtures get underway on the weekend of the 6th and 7th of May. However, we'll post the fixtures when they become available on our social media and on the Inverness Reds website at invernessreds.co.uk/fixtures. If you subscribe to our automated fixture list, your calendar will automatically update once the fixtures have been published. Meanwhile, this weekend it's Scottish Cup semi-final weekend. The first match at Hampden on Saturday is between Falkirk and Inverness Caley Thistle. Kick-off is at 12:15 p.m. That will be shown live on BBC One Scotland and Viaplay Sports 1. And on Sunday it's Rangers versus Celtic. Kick-off at 1:30 p.m. and it will be shown live on Viaplay Sports 1 as well. With no football next weekend, the AFC DONScast is taking a week's break too. You'll find us back here on or around the 8th of May. Meantime, you can keep up to date with all the latest on the Inverness Reds website and on our social media. Till then, look after yourselves and stand free.
All your latest Dons news. This is the AFC DONScast.